Community to Community's vision is development with dignity. No shame, no pity. We amplify dignity and progress led by the people of Petit-Goave. In a world too often defined by headlines, something incredible is happening. Communities here don't just survive, they are working hard to thrive. Community to Community is working with the people of Petit-Goave to restore vital resources. A much-needed canal is built one hand at a time. Roads are carved into a mountain with simple tools, bringing safe passage to their children and elders. This is development with dignity. And while access to continuous healthcare is saving lives, trees planted today will nourish future generations. Each person is building, planting, and teaching. We are not the heroes. You are. The person willing to support this movement and say, yes, I want to be a restorer of dignity. Join Community to Community.
When I lived in Costa Mesa, California, I had a neighbor who looked out for me when I moved in. He was a good dude. Years later, he was moving and he asked me to help him along with like 9 other people. So it was like 10 of us who were going to help him to move. So, and he, of course, said he was going to hook us up with pizza and soda and all the things that you give to people who help you move. So all we had to do is be there at 10 a.m. that Saturday. And with that many people, we're talking about 2 or 3 hours, everything would be done. So the Saturday came and I'm my father's daughter. So of course I showed up at 9:30, ready to go, my gloves and all my 125 pounds to do everything that I could do to help. And so 10 o'clock came, 10:15, 10:30, 10:45. It was just me and him. So he started making calls like, hey, are you still coming? And one by one, folks were like, hey, I can't come anymore. Was it today? Oh, I thought it was next Saturday. Something else came up. Some folks didn't even answer the phone. So it was just the 2 of us. And he's about 6'3", 6'4", 230. So he carried the big heavy stuff. I was the little ant, came back and forth. And in about 12 hours, we moved everything. And at the end, we ate a lot of pizza. And it reminded me of that saying of keep the people who help you move. Because moving is hard. And when you have your folks show up for you, because it's manual labor, especially if you're going up and down stairs, keep those people. And we stayed in touch. And I add to that, because of how his kindness towards me when I moved in there, it was easy for me to reciprocate that. And that helped us both move forward. So I say, keep the people who help you move close. Keep the people who help you move forward closer. Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome back to Restoring Dignity with C2C. Today's episode is about partnership, because big change, big moves rarely happen alone. Sometimes it begins with a simple question. What if something you love, like golf, could change lives? Today, we're talking about the partnership between Community to Community and the New York Birdies Golf Club, and how this partnership is helping us move further, closer, towards building a health and wellness center for more than 1,200 families in our Mountainside partner community in Petit-Goave, Haiti. Healthcare is dignity. And today, we'll explore how this partnership is helping make that possible. Many families in our Mountainside partner community must walk for 2 hours one way to reach medical care. That's why C2C launched the Continuous Care Initiative in 2017, and the impact is real. 30% decrease in high blood pressure, 2,000 people trained in cholera prevention, 725 women receiving prenatal support. But imagine how much more we can do when these services have a permanent home. That's why we are supporting our Mountainside partner community to build their own health and wellness center, run by, built by the community. This is development with community. This is development with dignity with the community. That is why we're putting on the Golf Classic. Here's what you missed if you've never come, because this is going to be our 4th year doing it. I might need to get that soundtrack. So the New York Birdies Golf Club has supported our Golf Classic for the last 3 years, and that relationship has grown into a partnership. So it is my good pleasure today to welcome to the stage the one, the only. I was going to say famous, but it could actually be infamous. Who knows? We'll find out. Conway Rampersad, the Vice President of the New York Birdies. Welcome to the stage. Welcome. I should say welcome back. Like your family now. This is like
that introduction. Flattery will get you everywhere.
That's what we like to say. Thank you, Conway. I'm so excited that you are here.
My pleasure. My pleasure to be here.
I'm excited to talk about this partnership. I'm excited to actually tell people how this was not anything that either of us planned. I didn't know you existed in the entire world, if not the cosmos, and you didn't know I existed. So we have to do the shout out to the Sudlows, right? Because we had invited them to a outing that the old golf course that we were at had, shared with us. And I think it was Orville, I think, who could not attend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So being the stand-up guy Orville is, he texts me and he's like, hey, I have to work, but don't worry. I've already replaced myself. I literally have this text. I was like, okay. So there was nothing for me to do. And I didn't know your name at that time. But then I got the pictures during the day and clearly you all had a good time. So that was awesome. And then you came to the Golf Classic that year. Then you came to the community report. So the Golf Classic was in September. And then in November, we had our community report and you came to that. And that day became a C2C monthly donor. So, and then last year you made like 25 videos. All the clips y'all saw with the roosters and everything, that was him. So just so everybody is clear on how that happened. And all the funky little reels, that was this brother right here. So you have been how do I say? It's not even in disguise anymore. We're just going to call it a blessing. That you came and hit the ground running. So even before I get into my questions, why? What was it about C2C that you were like, that you didn't just go, okay, it was nice to, go golfing with my friends. What changed for you?
Well, I think maybe unbeknownst to me, there was a pile of leaves that needed a fire to start inside of me. And I think you guys were that spark. I feel like, in the course of life, you try to find ways to be helpful to others and to have your life mean something, to feel good about what it is that you're doing on a daily basis. And when I played in that outing and found out about your organization and all that you guys were involved with, and then kind of checked you guys out, did like a deep dive into C2C, I was inspired. And so loving what you were about, the way you were doing it, it just caused me to say, hey, this is something I really want to get on board with. This is something I could definitely get behind and spend some time, being a help. And so the rest is history. As I became more and more involved, you guys were more and more encouraging, and you amped me up and, blew my head up. So I just kept going. And so here we are today,
Well, if we're going to say blew your head up, though, let's be clear. If you were not qualified, if you weren't actually able to do the things, right, there's talking trash and then there's taking it out. You need to be able to do both, right?
Right.
You actually, said, hey, going to do some of these videos. And we're like, oh, thank you so much. We could use the help and getting the word out. And then you became Negro Spielberg, and we didn't know that was in there. We did not. And now we know. So therefore, we want, in any way that we can be the platform for you to explore your creative genius and your zone of genius, I'm here for that. So keep those coming. I'm excited to see what you're going to make this year. So tell us about the New York Birdies, and what does the organization represent?
So the New York Birdies are one of the largest, if not the largest, predominantly African-American golf clubs in the New York City area. They were established in 2003. In 2004, we joined the Birdie Organizations, which is an organization of 7 birdie golf clubs around the world, really. There's a Canadian Birdies, Massachusetts, Virginia, South Carolina, Maryland, Georgia. And so these clubs formed a partnership or an alliance to really promote golf and to share in their love of the sport. And so we meet a few times a year. Each of the clubs will put on events and we'll support them. Every year we meet for the one big event, which is the Birdie Tournament. It's hosted by a different city, a different club each year. 2 years ago we were in Canada. Last year we were in Maryland. This year the New York Birdies are hosting the annual Birdie Tournament. We'll be here in New York, July 29th, 30th, and 31st. The 29th is a practice round, which will be at a tremendous golf club, Windwatch, which is out east. And then the 30th is a 2-man best ball tournament, which will be at Willow Creek. And the final day is a 4-man scramble, which everybody's familiar with the 4-man scramble. It's the format for our C2C event, which is a lot of fun. It's an open event, so anybody could sign up and join. And these events, we raise money for local charities. The Birdies really are about not just having fun and not just playing golf, but also, helping our community in some way, shape, or form. And we've done that in several different ways, from coat drives to sponsoring porta potties for youth sports, making sure the kids have a place to go. Recently, we've partnered with local nonprofits, Life Camp, which is a Stop the Violence nonprofit. We've partnered with them to support their golf outing and some of their events. Elite Learners, and they really focus on school safety. They provide chaperones for the kids from the buses and things like that. They address food insecurity for children in the area. So that's really what we're about. We're just trying to make the world a better place in some small way. Wherever we can help, wherever we can lend a hand, we try to do that. And we promote local businesses and all that while playing golf and having fun. So what more could you ask for?
I think it's a win-win situation. That's one of our taglines is play golf, have fun, and save lives. Right. So it all comes together. So you attended Oh, wait, we have a note here in the chat. Oh, Ronald Miller says infamous. Just wanted you to know. So we were thinking about famous or infamous. It has been decided.
Yeah, infamous because in addition to the reels that I make that promote C2C and all of that, I also make funny reels which make fun of all of my friends, and I record things on the golf course and put funny sounds to them. So that's why he says infamous, because I've gotten him a few times. So
Got
that's
it.
where the infamous comes from. That's how it all started, actually.
That's hilarious. Okay, now we know. Now we know the truth.
Yeah.
So as I said, you had made so many of them and for C2C, and folks love them. So as we think about that, like you've attended the Golf Classic now for, I get, this is going to be your third year,
Yes.
if I'm remembering correctly, right? Okay. And so two questions. What stood out to you about our golf event, and why do you believe golf can be used as a force for good?
Well, a few things stood out. The first thing, and probably the most important thing, is just how well organized and how professional, and what a great presentation you guys make every single time you host this event. It makes it easy to get involved with something when it's done so well. It's a positive reflection on everybody, including the participants. Last year was particularly good because we had all my birdie brothers and sisters, most of them jump in and participate, and we found great breakfast, and we had live music afterwards. We had great food, great service. It was just a good time. The course was in great shape. We had great weather.
Yes.
So all of these things, they reflect very positively on what we're trying to do. And the credit goes to you and your team and the way you put forward, these events. I mean, it's just very, very well done. I mean, that's the thing that stood out to me initially. But then, once I became affiliated and came to understand the mission, the goal, what better way to spend your money? What better way to support something than to support something that benefits our people and people who are truly in need? I attend a bunch of different outings every year for all different kinds of charities, from breast cancer to Alzheimer's to, but this is my favorite because I feel it's the most impactful for people that are kind of close to my heart. And so those are the two things that really stood out and have inspired me to really continue in the fight with you.
Thank you. That means a lot, because I can tell you that we put out the energy, and I think it was my producer Connie who said this. She said your vibe attracts your tribe, right? And I think that we are attracting like-minded people, right? Like your vibe. I remember last year's when you stood up and you gave a Haiti history lesson, and I was just like, who, what? I remember I got off the stage. I was like, let me sit down, because clearly he knows what he's talking about. And you had them captivated and breaking off Haitian history, the narrative against the country, like that they need to study more to understand that Haiti's not the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, it's the most exploited country. Like I listened, I was just like, okay, he's different than the other children. So we need to pull him to the side. And I knew that this wasn't surface level for you. And that made me happy, because this is what we hope, that we would attract like-minded people who are not surface level, not in the baby pool, but in the deep end, because they understand the impact of what building this health and wellness center will do for this community on this mountain. And you are absolutely right about your folks coming through last year, which takes me to my question. How are the Birdies Golf Club supporting this year in this partnership? Tell people what's going to happen.
So in addition to participating, because we do anticipate an even greater participation this year, primarily because the reports from last year, folks were like, I wish I knew about it earlier. I would have jumped in. So I believe that our participation will be even greater this year. So that's one of the ways that I feel that will be even more impactful to the effort. But in addition to that, just getting the word out. I mean, I feel like the more people learn about what C2C is doing, the strides that we've made, I feel like it will lend itself to more monthly C2C neighbors, and I feel like people will actually gravitate towards this goal that we have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, because that is absolutely true. And again, shout out to the C2C team, honestly, because of the fact that they are the ones who really engage in this and put it together. So if you are saying that, then that means that we did our job, right? That and there were a few of the members actually who became C2C neighbors as well.
That's right.
So
yeah.
that definitely, and it was, again, your appeal. We could talk all day, but for you to have had the experience that you had, and then for them to have had the experience, and I didn't even know folks had said that if they'd known earlier, that makes me happy. So I know you all have already proven that you are all 10 toes down for us. So I know that the club will show up. I have no doubt about that. And truthfully, we have fun with y'all too, because sometimes when you throw the party, you can't be at the party because you're working. Mm-hmm. But listen, when everything was over and you had said that we closed the place down, we did that. we were first ones in, last ones out. So there's that. Okay, the comments. We should have you on more often. So Craig Jones said, well said, Conway. MarieYolaine, you and your team were amazing last year. So proud of you and what you are doing and to be a part of this event. Thank you, Craig. We appreciate you so much. Who is this? Oh, Star Babatoon. It was riveting. And it's fun even if you don't play golf. Yes, ma'am. That is the golf clinic, which I will be talking about. You might have to be my co-host going forward. So let me ask you, what do you believe, or why do you believe this health and wellness center is so important?
So it's the old adage, health is wealth. To be able to facilitate or to provide the ability for people to actually receive health care, I think it should be a goal of every organization, every society. The fact that the United States is one of the few well-developed countries that doesn't offer free healthcare, is in itself a travesty. The fact that the people of Haiti, it's really a struggle for them even to have access to healthcare. That this particular endeavor to me is so important. I think that it'll make it possible for folks to take care of their loved ones, to preserve life, and to ease suffering. And so, for me, there's no better goal, there's no better agenda than to make this possible. And so that's why we're working. We're working to make this possible.
Amen, brother. You said it exactly right. That this shouldn't be a privilege; it should be a right. You should not have to get up anywhere in the world and have to choose between your health and like going to an emergency room, going to the doctor, and getting help because you can't afford it, or because it's too far away for you to walk to, right? Mm-hmm. We're all human beings, and health should be not just affordable, as what I was saying, but as you said, accessible, to having access to health. Right. And this health and wellness center will do that and more. And I believe it'll have generational impact because we're going to normalize going to the doctor, seeing your dentist every 6 months, prenatal care. Babies are born in a safe, clean environment. Like, that's the way it should be for everybody.
Absolutely.
Should not depend on your ethnicity, your income, or where you live, because we're all sharing this earth together. So I'm 100% on your bus on that one. Mm-hmm. So as you think about this, and I know that there are other clubs that you all know that you'll be sharing what we're doing and sharing and promoting the Golf Classic, what is your message to other clubs, other golfers who may be watching right now, or members of other clubs? What is your message to them about participating in the Golf Classic this year? How would you invite them?
My message to them would be, in addition, because one of the ways that golf clubs generally try to give back is we do scholarships and things like that. But this is another vehicle by which we can even reach out to more people in the community, not just young kids, but also people of other ethnicities. It makes your club global. Like we've done all these local things. I feel like we're international now. We're actually reaching out beyond our borders now to help people, in another place. And so I think that's a feather in the cap of any club, to be able to say that you're not reaching beyond your local area to help folks in other parts of the world. I think that's a tremendous message.
I agree with you. It reminds me of that saying, to think globally and act locally.
Right.
So when you're thinking about everything that's going on in the world, then what is it that I'm doing locally that I know is going to impact the world, right? Or other places. And as you said before, using golf as this vehicle, that these folks are here in New York doing this work and playing golf, having fun, saving lives, knowing full well in a whole other country that a health and wellness center is being built and they are saving lives, literally saving lives, literally having generational impact in a whole other country. So you said it. And that is for us the invitation. Do not be a spectator. The invitation is to move from being a spectator in the work that you're seeing to being a participant.
Right.
And I think that that is literally Conway's journey. Having been a spectator, as you said, fire lit up, which makes me feel happy because I am the fire starter. So I love that you said that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my job.
That was unplanned. That was a coinky dinky. That's great.
It was. When I left my job at American Express to start Community to Community, one of the folks there, I'll call her an elder, she just came and she hugged me and she said, "You are the fire starter." And I was like, what? And at that time, I certainly did not feel that way, but now I own that. Mm-hmm. And I love to start fire in people. Yeah. I really, really do. It's my thing. And then I teach them how to kindle and make that thing ablaze. So to see you from where you were, you went to one outing with the Sudlows, and to go from that to coming to the Classic, to becoming a C2C neighbor, to creating videos, to being here, to committing the club and sharing what we're doing and coming through for us last year. For me, this is the journey I would love for anyone who comes in contact with C2C to move from being a spectator to being a participant. So for that, I say thank you. Since you were MVP last year, I kind of feel like I think you're in the running, man. I don't even know who's second right now to be MVP this year. We haven't even had the event and you're already kind of MVP. So there's that. I want to say thank you, to Craig, to Emil, to Orville, to all of the folks who came, and I'm excited to see them again.
Especially Derek, our president. He really enjoyed himself last year, and he's really looking forward to this year also.
We love it. I had a chance to talk to him as well. He gave me a lot of history, not just on golf in general and on the birdies, but just the history of Black golf as well. So I've learned a lot, and I feel like, how do I say? I feel like this is like the vehicle, right? Like we get the folks in because of their love for golf, and then we're able to show them how golf can be used to really make significant changes, as you said, locally and globally. So I want to thank you for coming. And I want to also share with folks that when you come to the Classic to learn more about the birdies, they will actually be tabling there. So always looking for members, always looking for people who want to learn how to play golf, people who play golf. And I stand 10 toes down with them as a organization, with their integrity and their character as the members who definitely, when they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. And so I encourage you, if you are just learning about the birdies, to look them up, and also to come May 14th, join us at Clearview Golf Course. And you can register at C2C Haiti.org. All of the information is there for you to join us. And there's multiple ways that you can join. So I know all the golfers are here like, I'm already sold, I'm already on the bus. I will tell you that today's conversation was something important. When communities come together, change becomes possible. And the Golf Classic is not just an event. It's helping build a health and wellness center that will support 1,200 families, and you can be a part of it. C2Chaiti.org, you choose how you participate. You can register your golf team, and whether you come one or two, we will always put you in a team. So please don't worry if you don't have a foursome and you have a twosome or you have a mesome, you can still come. And we will find, you'll make friends. I promise you for that. If you're like, I don't know how to golf, I'm kind of embarrassed. Don't be. Trust me when I tell you, because I'm one of those people. I'll be with you at the golf clinic. All access golf is returning, and Kelly will be there. He's a wonderful teacher with a heart for golf. And come, learn the game, socialize, meet people with no stress, no judgment. Also, we have opportunities to sponsor. And you can also join the networking lunch. If you're like, you know what, I just want to sit in the sunshine and watch them play golf and eat food, you can do that. We will welcome you with open arms. And if you happen to be on Mars or Venus that day and absolutely will not be on the planet, then you can donate. You can donate if you cannot attend. So literally, you just need to want to make a difference. You just need to care. So I invite you to come be a part of something much greater than yourself. And I know Conway joins me in that.
Absolutely.
I know that. Come be a part of something greater than yourself, because he did. And look where he is now. So, and share this with your family, your networks, everywhere. C2Chaiti.org is where everything is. So Conway, I want to say thank you for coming today. I'm sure I will see you multiple times before May 14th. As we continue to get the word out and people are registering and signing up for the golf clinic and the lunch and all of the things. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to finish the way I started, with a story of people who help you move. In that story I told earlier, it's my neighbor. But in my story, it's Conway. It's the New York Birdies, who didn't just help us move. They're helping us move further. So in your life, I encourage you, keep the people in your life who help you to move, and keep the ones who help you move forward closer. Conway, thank you for being here today. I look forward to you returning. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Have a great day.